What beloved comedy TV show or movie do you find painfully unfunny? If you're scrolling through the comments, I can save you some time. Pretty much every comment is that they hate Big Bang Theory and Friends. Also quite a few hate How I Met Your Mother. Those Disney Channel shows, the humor seems very artificial and forced. I loved Full House as a kid, but man is it hard to get through Fuller House. Sex and the City. How Carrie's friends put up with her is beyond me. Tried watching Two Broke Girls on a Plane and I was losing it. So boring. I absolutely hate Family Feud. This is because in literally every episode, if any contestant says something even a little weird or unusual, Steve Harvey sits there with his jaw on the floor, absolutely gobsmacked that somebody would say something like that. It may have been funny the first few episodes, but by episode 977, it gets pretty fucking old. Two Broke Girls is the least funny sitcom in the history of television. Okay, earlier seasons are good, but we need to have an honest conversation about the later seasons of SpongeBob and The Simpsons. Just painful. So unfortunate. Like many of the other comments, Big Bang Theory. I hold a special disdain for it whenever I tell someone I'm a physicist and their response is, oh, like Sheldon. Any sitcom with rapid-fire one-liners between the characters. Two Broke Girls comes to mind immediately. Any of the Medea movies, to me it looks like he's just perpetuating a very cruel and outdated stereotype, and I just cringe when watching it. Glad nobody mentioned Community or Monk. Everybody loves Raymond. It was a staple of my childhood in the 90s, but I saw a couple episodes recently and it did not age well. The intergenerational I have my wife jokes, yeesh. Young Sheldon. Show is painfully cringefully unfunny. When my mom watches it. God, it makes me cringe. Gotta be the Big Bang Theory. So low level. 2.5 Men is just gross. Everything Chuck Lorre is pretty awful. I think he did BBT too. Simpsons after 2000. I think they changed writers and jokes became lame. 90s Simpsons was the best. Shields up Rick Morty. I watched a whole season all at once. I get the humor, but outside of that one day to see what it was about, I never had the itch to watch it again. Anything with George Lopez. The laugh track on The Big Bang Theory is so annoying. It's constant. Everything's funny. There are some funny things, but they overdo it. Full House, way too cheesy. Seinfeld loves The Big Friends Theory. Cheers. Big Bang Theory. There were times where I laughed, but the ratio of jokes that were just recycled and or painfully unfunny to jokes that I at least found interesting if not funny was way too lopsided. Gilmore Girls. I have to leave the room if it's on. Last Man Standing, and not 'cause Reddit. It's just horrible. Jokes just never hit for me. Wild 'N Out. Big Mouth makes me cringe with nearly every line. It always feels like it's overtly trying too hard to be raunchy. And I generally like raunchy shows. But fuck dude. It's for sure a one-trick pony. Has nothing else going for it. SpongeBob. Now it is terrible. Pre-season 10 is comedy gold. SNL, at least the more recent ones like over the past couple of years. Big Bang Theory. Easily the dumbest show ever created and cleverly fooled their audience into thinking they were smarter for being a fan. Everybody loves Raymond. The current iteration of SNL. I loved it in the 70s. BBT Sheldon. Big Mouth. The art style is garbage. The constant one-liners is exhausting, and it's created by the worst trust-funded comedian on the planet, Nick Kroll. Friends. Everybody loves Raymond. Not everybody, because I hate it. Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory. Gilligan's Island. I watched one episode and I was done. It's very boring and there's nothing funny in that show. Big Bang Theory. Everybody loves Raymond. I don't. Literally a single conversation about whatever the conflict is would solve the show. Just scrolling through upvoting all the BBT and Friends posts. There's a lot. Big Bang Theory. Cosby Show. And it has nothing to do with Cosby rapes. The show is just not funny and he talks so goddamn slow. This entire thread is a ridiculous shit show. Mom. It's unbearable. Everyone saying Seinfeld makes me rethink how cool I am for liking it. Dumb is even dumber. Forgive me if I spelled the name of the film incorrectly. I am from Ukraine. Grown-ups. I've only seen the first one, didn't laugh even once. It was just stupid and juvenile. Anything with Kevin James in it, Rolling Eyes Face, Paul Blart Mall Cop, etc. This is probably a hot take, or an unpopular opinion, whatever the hell category it falls under, but I can't stand The Office. I get what it's going for, that super cringy humor, but it's just not my thing. Reading these comments, how the fuck is 2.5 Men bad? It's literally one of the most consistently funny shows ever made until Charlie left. Y'all are lame. Big Bang Theory. It's like a Disney Channel sitcom. Laugh track without comedy. The Big Bang Theory. King of Queens, 2.5 Men. Crickets and cringe. Family Guy, it's so cheesy and repetitive, and don't get me started on the pop culture references that no one knows except the writers. Big Bang Theory. It's like if an AI was fed one-liners and factoids about nerd culture and spat out a script. Revenge of the Nerds. For that movie hit differently as an adult, neutral face. The Office. The Office. There. I said it. Everybody loves Raymond. Went way past its prime too. Peter Boyle was great though. The stupid dancing old man in the Six Flags commercials. People may blow me up for this, but There's Company was the ultimate in cringe TV for me as a 10-year-old. I used to leave the room when Mr. Farley was about to make the big reveal or Janet overheard the last 7 words of a conversation Jack Reed having in the kitchen. That show was rough on me. Friends. Saw about 5 episodes and didn't laugh once. Elf. I'm sorry that grown man acting like a childish elf isn't funny to me, and no, I don't want to watch it every Christmas. I'm looking at you school movie days. Thank God I've been out of school for years. The Office. All the humor feels forced and clumsy. The Office. I tried getting into a few episodes but I couldn't get past how bored I felt watching it. Family Guy. Pretty much anything Will Ferrell is in. Dumb and Dumber is one movie that I don't find very funny that others do. Family Guy. I am prepared for the down votes, it's my opinion. I absolutely hate the American version of The Office. Friends, there was a thing on the internet a few years ago where, to make a point, someone took the laughter track away from a Friends scene and placed it over the Here's Johnny scene in The Shining, then played both scenes. The point was made astonishingly well. Added, I forget to mention that the scary music from The Shining was placed over the Friends scene. Almost anything with Adam Sandler. I cannot stand Seinfeld, Friends, or The Office. All of these shows have painfully over-the-top acting, and rely on punching down and embarrassment bullying for their jokes. Yuck. Name any modern adult cartoon that's supposed to be a sitcom. Any confused shows which appear as children's show but throw in sex jokes and swear words. Bob's Burgers, I didn't laugh once. Many of them with canned laughter are really not as funny as the can would have you believe. The funny part of this? If you are not seeing the show when it happens, it is totally not funny. Watching films TV after the fact is 100 not funny. I have never seen Back to the Cute films. Totally from my generation, but tried watching even the first film and cannot get through it. Likely the same thing for others out of original airing. I couldn't stand Always Sunny because all the main characters seemed irredeemably awful. However, the same writers do Mythic Quest and those characters are also awful but lovable somehow. So I'm not sure the difference. I used to tell my kids about an old show that was hilarious, Get a Life, from back in the early 80s. Found a VHS, popped it in, and silence ensues. Did not age well. I was never a fan of Married with Children. Too dysfunctional for me to watch. Everybody loves Raymond. Big Bang Theory. Really don't get the hype. Any of them that feature the lovable idiot, or the dumb husband, smart, sassy wife. It drives me crazy when any show or movie gives merit to ignorance. Just because some moron on TV is funny, doesn't mean it's funny or cute to be a moron in real life. Examples: Everybody Loves Raymond, Home Improvement, King of Queens. Also, Big Bang Theory. Another show that mocks intelligence, and pokes fun at social awkwardness. Frasier, honestly, what is this crap? The Office. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Arrested Development. The downvote trifecta from the looks of sorting by controversial. Rick and Morty. Big Bang Theory. Friends. How I Met Your Mother. Sorry. Any all shows with laugh tracks. IGT. Friends. Family Guy. Can't stand it. Dating myself here, but All in the Family was never funny. A sitcom featuring a misogynistic, openly racist guy with a doormat wife. Friends, I hate that show so much. Young Sheldon. Everybody Loves Raymond. I can't stand the movie Elf with Will Ferrell. My family watches it every damn year too. Just not a fan of Will Ferrell's style of humor in most movies he is in. Family Guy. Friends. The Big Bang Theory. Friends has always sucked and it gets worse with age. Elf. It's shite. Friends. Aside from when they parody classic TV shows, I cannot stand Family Guy. Crass and tasteless. Mike, but person-wise, Amy Schumer. Friends. Friends and How I Met Your Mother. The Office. Parks and Recreation was way better. Rick and Morty.
I hope you all are doing well, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video. If you have something to say critically or otherwise, leave a comment. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe to see more of it. I hope you all have wonderful and fulfilled lives.